Good day, everyone. I am April Joy Espana, and the topic that was assigned to me is the suggested pieces of the Persian literature, which is the Rumi's epic and poems, as well as the Ferdowsi's writing. So now, let's tackle about the Rumi's poetry. Okay, so Rumi, born in 1207 in Balkh, now Afghanistan, and died in 1273 in Konya, also renowned now as Turkey, was a renowned Sufi mystic and poet. He is celebrated for his lyrical poetry and his didactic epic, the Masnavi Manavi, or the which is known as the spiritual couplets, which significantly influenced mystical thought and literature across the Muslim world. So his poetry, written primarily in Persian with some Arabic, Turkish, and Greek, has been claimed by both Persian and Turkish literary tradition due to his profound impact in these regions. So Rumi's work also holds substantial influence in the Indian subcontinent and has gained global popularity, especially in Western Europe and the United States by the late 20th century. So, a pivotal moment in Rumi's life was his encounter with Shams al-Din of Tabriz in 1244, which deeply inspired his poetry. This relationship, marked by love, longing, and loss, transformed Rumi into a prolific poet, leading to the creation of the Divan-i-Shams, or what we call the collected poetry of Shams. His poetry often reflects his spiritual journey and experiences of divine love, frequently composed in states of ecstasy and accompanied by music and dance. By the late 20th century, his poetry had gained global popularity, particularly in Western Europe and the United States, reflecting its universal appeal and enduring legacy. So Rumi's epic and poem central themes are spirituality and mysticism, nature of love, both divine and human, and the last is unity, highlighting the interconnectedness of all beings and the universe. So, in conclusion, Rumi's poetry is characterized by deep understanding of the human condition, which recognizes the grief of loss as well as the ecstatic joy of love. Rumi's best-known works are the Masnavi, the Divan of Shams Tabrizi, and the prose works of the Discourses, Letters, and Seven Sermons. The Masnavi's title refers to the form of the work. A Masnavi, or known as Math, Math, Mathnabi in Arabic, is a Persian form of poetry comprised rhyming couplets of indefinite length. Rumi's Masnavi is a sixth-volume poetic work considered not only his masterpiece but a masterpiece of world literature, exploring people's relationship to God as well as to themselves, each other, and the natural world. So that's the end of the Rumi's epic and poem central themes, and now let's proceed to the next suggested piece of Persian literature, which is the Ferdowsi's writings. Okay, so Ferdowsi is widely regarded as the preserver of the Persian language and of pre-Islamic Iranian cultural identity. Of all the peoples conquered by the Arabs in the 7th century, the Persians are the only ones who can boast a major literature and the indigenous language that they were using before the conquest. Okay, so when asked recently why most Egyptians, the highest great pre-Islamic civilization, speak Arabic rather than Coptic, a leading Egyptian historian replied, "Because we had no Ferdowsi." Okay, so the historical context of Ferdowsi is his real name is Hakim Abul Qasim Ferdowsi, 940 to 1025, was born in the family of wealthy landowners, the class known as Degan in northeast Iran province of Khorasan, or today's Razavi Khorasan state, and is renowned for his epic work, the Shahnameh, or Book of Kings. This is his famous work, which he completed in 1010. His life coincided with a period intense interest in Persian traditions. After the collapse of the Sasanian Empire, Iran offered the Arab conquerors ancient model of kingship that they could adapt to legitimate and solidify their dominance over peoples of diverse cultural and religious backgrounds. So Ferdowsi's work is celebrated for its pure Persian language with minimal Arabic influence, and it has played a crucial role in preserving Persian culture and identity, influencing Persian literature and art for centuries. So he is considered among the most important poets writing under the Samanid dynasty in 819 to 999 CE and succeeding Ghaznavid dynasty in 977 to 1186 CE. In conclusions, his belief in the value of the work was justified in that it has not only been read and admired now for centuries, but accomplished one of Ferdowsi's primary goals, the preservation of Persian history, lore, and language. There are a number of lines in the Shamani which make clear how resentful the author was toward those who had tried to destroy his culture. The Shamani was his answer to any future attempts to do the same. So even though the epic fallen out, still the work remains popular throughout the world. So and that ends my task, the topic that was assigned to me, the suggested pieces of Persian literature, including the Ferdowsi's writing and as well as Rumi's epic and poems. That's it. Thank you.